So you are the author of the family separation policy?
I am not the author of this memo.
You're not the author, but you signed the memo.
Yes, a zero tolerance memo.
So you provided the official recommendation to Secretary Nielsen on for the United States to pursue family separation.
I gave Secretary Nielsen numerous recommendations on how to secure the border and save lives.
But it says here that you gave her numerous options, but the recommendation was option 3, family separation.
What I'm saying, this is not the only paper where we've given the Secretary numerous options to secure the border and save lives.
And so the recommendation, of the many that you recommended family separation.
I recommend a zero tolerance.
Which includes family separation.
The same as is with every U.S. citizen parent gets arrested when they're with a child. When you're into the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum and go through the port of entry, do it the legal way. The Attorney General of the United States has made that clear.
Welcome back. Watch as borders our Tom Homan absolutely faces off against Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez in one of the most heated, gloves-off congressional exchanges on immigration policy you'll ever see. AOC drops what she thinks is a bombshell. A 2018 memo signed by Homan recommending family separation as official U.S. policy, sparking a brutal debate over zero tolerance, asylum law, and human rights. In this full breakdown, we go moment by moment through the viral exchange where AOC grills Homan about his role in the family separation policy that tore thousands of kids from their parents at the border. Homan fires back by comparing immigration enforcement to standard criminal justice procedures. While AOC insists legal asylum seekers shouldn't be treated like criminals, this isn't just political theater. It's a raw, fundamental clash over American values and border security. Whether you back strict enforcement or keeping families together, this exchange lays bare the deep divisions tearing our national conversation apart. Take a look.
Take a look.
I wanted to ask a question from Professor Mukherjee. Is the United States violating or violated human rights agreements set by the United Nations in a family separation policy?
Yes. International law is clear that family unity should be prioritized.
So we, as members of the United Nations, signed on into an international human rights agreement saying very clearly that family separation is a violation of international human rights, and then we pursued a policy that violates human rights. You know, Mr. Chair, I was looking, how did we get to this point? How did we get to this point where we take children out of mothers' and fathers' arms? And, you know, it dated back, family separation in the way that we have seen it, where we take children away from their parents without due process, began last year under Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen, but I had to dig further. And our staff dug further. But where did this start within the administration? She implemented it. And we found a memo. It dates back to April 23rd of 2018, where there was an official recommendation to, quote, pursue prosecution of all amenable adults who cross our border, quote, illegally, even though this applied to legal asylum seekers in practice, including those presenting with a family unit between ports of entry in coordination with DOJ. Here is the memo that I would like to submit to the congressional record.
What is the date on that?
It is the memorandum for the Secretary from Homeland Security.
Date.
April 23rd, 2018, subject increasing prosecutions of immigration violations.
Without objection.
And so I looked at this memo, and it seems like this is the source of it. And it seems as though, Mr. Homan, that you are the author. It says here from yourself, Kevin Michalinen, and Francis Cisna. Is this correct? Did you sign the memo?
I'd have to see what you...
Give her
I'd be happy to provide it. And we'll provide it over, but I would like to note that here it says the official recommendation. There were 3 different options presented. The third included the option for family separation. This initiative would pursue prosecution of all amenable adults, including those presenting with a family unit. Mr. Homan, your name is on this. Is this correct?
Yes, I signed that memo.
So you are the author of the family separation policy?
I am not the author of this memo.
You're not the author, but you signed the memo.
Yes, a zero tolerance memo.
So you provided the official recommendation to Secretary Nielsen on for the United States to pursue family separation.
I gave Secretary Nielsen numerous recommendations on how to secure the border and save lives.
But it says here that you gave her numerous options, but the recommendation was option 3, family separation.
What I'm saying, this is not the only paper where we've given the Secretary numerous options to secure the border and save lives.
And so the recommendation, of the many that you recommended family separation,
I recommended zero tolerance.
which includes family separation.
The same as is with every U.S. citizen parent gets arrested when they're with a child.
Zero tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separated that father
Mr.
from his
Homan,
family.
with all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
When you're into the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum, you go through the port of entry, do it the legal way. The Attorney General of the United States has made that clear.
Okay. Mr. Chair, the memo is submitted to the record for review.
This was a masterclass in how political theater often tries to hide the hard realities of law enforcement and border security. Tom Homan represented something that's become damn near extinct in Washington: rock solid, unwavering commitment to the rule of law, no matter how unpopular it gets. While Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez leaned hard into emotional appeals and international agreements, Homan stood firm on a principle that's the bedrock of any functioning society: laws must be enforced equally, without exception. Homan's comparison to standard law enforcement procedures wasn't callous. It was accurate and dead on. When any American citizen commits a crime while their kid is with them, separation happens. A parent arrested for DUI doesn't get to keep their child in the back of a police cruiser or inside a jail cell. A domestic abuser doesn't maintain custody during criminal proceedings. That's not cruelty, it's consequence. The same standard applied to immigration law isn't a human rights violation. It's equal justice under the law. To argue otherwise is to say immigration law alone should be exempt from enforcement, a position that straight up undermines the very idea of sovereignty. The April 23, 2018 memo AOC waved around like a smoking gun. It was actually evidence of thoughtful policy analysis. Homan gave Secretary Nielsen multiple options for handling an unprecedented border crisis. Zero tolerance wasn't picked randomly. It was picked because every other approach had completely failed to deter illegal crossings. The harsh reality is that when there are no consequences for illegal entry doesn't stop. It explodes. Homan understood what too many politicians refuse to admit. Compassion without enforcement isn't compassion. It's an open invitation to chaos. If you're tired of the emotional manipulation, the selective outrage, and the refusal to face hard facts, smash that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and hit subscribe right now. We're not letting this slide. More coming your way. Thanks for watching. Stay sharp. Stay informed. See you in the next one.